Hey y'all, welcome in. If you're new or just passing through my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I'm also known as the Enlightened Auntie. If you're returning, welcome back, squad. I am here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here, we're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. I may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Take the parts that resonate, leave everything else behind. If you would like to book a personal, more aligned with your own story, all of my information can be found below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. My books are always open. All right, y'all. I hope you guys are doing well. I have been really busy. So when I don't pump out as many videos, that just means I'm booked down with clients. And so I try to like squeeze in a video for the channel in between the clients if I have time. But this has been a really busy week. We're wrapping up the school year, so everybody's got things going on as we're wrapping up this last semester of the year. And whew, I hope everybody had a really good Mother's Day. I did. Had a wonderful Mother's Day. I had an amazing anniversary. I got flowers all over the place. Love flowers. Got flowers all over the place. But I hope everybody had a good weekend. What is this today? Tuesday? I'm like, I don't even know what day it is. I literally don't even know what day it is. I'm like, all right, let's jump in and see what Spirit wants to talk about today. All right. Oh. Current energy is really interesting. So looking at something from a neutral position and looking at it objectively, there is, and this could be a person, place, or a thing. It doesn't have to necessarily be like a relationship. It doesn't feel specific to a relationship, but it's something. It kind of, okay. Whew. What it feels like is I can see somebody's displeasure. And it could be centered around a couple of things. So I do see an energy that feels very rigid. Maybe rigid in expectations, rigid about the way somebody wants something carried out. And this is, I feel like this observer card, I kind of feel like this is you, like trying to look at something, you know. It's funny, I just had this wild conversation. But yeah, it's kind of like looking at a situation and looking at it objectively, like literally from an observation perspective. You're looking at it as an observer, not as a participant, right? And the way that I am getting this, the way that I'm receiving this energy, it definitely gives me the impression that you're dealing with somebody. It could potentially be a fixed sign. And mind you, I don't have any tarot cards out here, but flexible in the reverse is giving me strong fixed sign energy of, rigidity. Like there's an expectation, whoever this person is that's being inflexible. There's a rigid expectation about the way you give to them. Like it's weird because it almost feels like this is a situation. I kind of feel like this is a relationship. This does not have to be romantic, okay? It almost feels like you have somebody in your life that has a very rigid outlook of the way they expect you to show up in the relationship. You could be very easygoing. You could be, very fluid, and you just show up and you're, yourself. You are who you are, and you carry on the way you carry on because that's what you do. But this person may have expectations about how you either approach the relationship, how you show up in the relationship. It feels very much like I just heard, if I didn't send for you, do not come for me. I don't know what that means to you, but I definitely see somebody's displeasure. Um, and what it feels like, the displeasure, it is largely around maybe the way that you are handling them or handling the relationship, or the way you've chosen to give or not give, how big, how much or how little. Like, this person can't control you, so they're not happy. Like, maybe you're not doing what they want you to do, and you're not doing it the way they want you to do it, so they're not happy. And I don't know, I kind of feel like this Y card is not necessarily for you, it may be for them. Yes, maybe you question, like, what's your problem, right? But I don't even know if this person has ever stopped to question themselves as to why they feel so strongly about this particular relationship or your dynamic with them. Okay. Let's start there. Oh, wow. All right. So part of the problem, I don't necessarily think this is your problem, though. There's somebody, this is a connection, whatever this is, connection, situation, it has something to do with your past, or it's somebody that you've been connected to for a long time. I kind of feel like there's the energy here of somebody having a difficult time like especially if the landscape of the relationship has changed in any kind of way. It feels like someone has had a hard time, or is having currently a hard time going with the flow. This person is focused back. They're looking back at the past. So it almost feels like somebody who can't quite move past the past. Like, they're still, like, okay, we'll say hypothetically, say you've known this person for, your whole life. Okay. Because I don't know how old you are. So say you've known this person for your whole life, right? And maybe you've kind of made, you based on your own observations of the changing, like, if you've known somebody for a long time, hopefully you've evolved some while you've known each other, right? This feels like somebody who hasn't evolved, basically. And it feels like they're making, and it feels very minimal, like, with building blocks here in the upright, even if they wanted to try to continue working on the relationship, this person is really focused on the past. So past version of you, the past, like, say, like I said, you've known this person your whole life, and say you're old like me, and I'm not old, but I'm 53. So we'll say it's somebody that I've known. I'm gonna use myself as an example. Say it's somebody that I've known for 35 years, since I've been out of high school, right? I've evolved a lot. I am ever changing. I've changed a lot since who I was when I was, 17, 18 years old. I'm not the same person that I was. This feels like somebody who's kind of locked into that time period, and they're having a difficult time accepting the fact that, I've moved on, I've evolved, I grew up, I've turned into somebody different. I would hope that you turned into somebody different too. But this person is really kind of locked in the past energy. And they're really not, this person is really having a hard time. They do not want to, like, they don't, I think I said it in the last ring, like, somebody needs to stand down. This person needs to stand down, because, like I said, they have a rigid expectation of, like, how they want you to show up in the relationship. For you, if you've walked away and you've made a decision that you're not giving it a second chance, and you're kind of cool on it, you're done, right? This person is struggling to go with the flow. And I also feel like there may be something that like there's a secret or something that they may be keeping, or some hidden emotions or thoughts that they're not expressing, that they're not ready to. Oh, all right. So there has been some kind of I heard unfair advantage. So there's been some imbalance within the connection. And I think I've said it in the last couple of readings, just because you get along relatively well with somebody does not necessarily make they're not in alignment with you. Just because you get along does not mean they're meant to just, you know, stay hanging on to you so that you know you can just carry them through every phase and cycle of your life. That's just not the nature of relationships. That's not reality, because as you grow and evolve, so do some of your friend groups. And there are going to be some people, you know, folks are here for a season or a reason. There are some people that you know that you know, and you know who those people are. You know that these people are always going to be, they're always going to be a part of your life. And then you've got some people that may have been a part of your life, a very large part of your life for a long time, but you've evolved, you've outgrown each other. Sometimes it happens. You've outgrown somebody, and I think somebody is having a really difficult time with the change. They may feel like it's not fair that you no longer show up for them the way that maybe you had in the past. But, you know, truth be told, has this person been showing up for you the way that you always showed up for them? The answer is probably no. Because that would make sense why you're not showing up. You know what I'm saying? If you're saying, you know what, there's no second chance here, and there's no, like, I'm good off the past, like past is past, I can't do nothing about it, and it is what it is. It's funny because I know, and I think I mentioned it in the past before in a video, I'm like, yo, if anybody that is talking about me or thinking about me in the terms of this past energy of like, I've changed a bunch of times since I got out of high school. Like, I'm not the same person that I was when I was 17. I'm not the same person I was when I was 25. I'm not the same person I was when I was 32. I'm not the same person I was when I was 46. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am ever evolving, ever changing. And if this person cannot keep up with the change and keep up with the times, then there's really no room. And I'm telling you, just because I know this is collective energy. You got some people who are really like tacked into the past version of you, and that's the version of you that they're comfortable with. That's the version of you that stays locked in their mind. The new version of you, they don't know who that person is. And I can almost guarantee you this person has never actually made any effort to try to get to know who you are now. They're so locked into who you used to be that's all that when they look at you, that's all they see. Especially if these people or person has never been of any assistance to you. I definitely can see. It's funny. I was just having this conversation with my bestie. I was like, I think for the people who, the people that I've walked away from, hey y'all, because I know you watching me. For everybody that I've walked away from, I think the biggest thing that people are pissed off about, and chime in the comments if you're experiencing this too. I think the biggest reason why people are pissed off that I've chosen to walk away is what the version of me that they're getting. They're literally they're getting what they were always giving me, which was nothing. So I just stopped doing all of that giving and all that showing up and all that being present and available, because nobody was ever present and available for me. I always felt like I was an afterthought. Nobody really gave a shit about what Tam wanted or what she was doing. But now that I moved away from everybody, and now that my life is so very private, now everybody want to be in my business. What's Tam doing? Oh, she thinks she better than everybody else. Child, I don't give a damn what y'all think of me. Shit, if I gave a shit about what y'all thought about me, maybe I'd still be there, but I don't care. I've moved on. I think you should too. Right, because literally, I feel like Where you are in your life right now, collective, you have a deep understanding that you should not have to work hard in order to in order to maintain certain relationships. It's kind of like when I tell people like love should not be hard. It shouldn't. Love is an action word for me, but love should not be hard. Friendships that are rooted in love should not be hard. Relationships that are rooted in love should not be hard. When it gets, and it's not that relationships don't get hard. Yeah, they get hard. But the only reason why they're hard is because there's a lack of communication. There may be a lack of effort, a lack of reciprocity. There's all this gnarly shit that prevents the relationships from being right, from being solid, from being healthy, right? And so basically, if what you've done is you simply just pull back and now you just are, it's almost like holding up a mirror. You're just basically giving them a little dose of what they were giving you. And if they don't like it, like what? Like, you mad? Why? You don't like how it feels now that you know what it feels like. But you don't get a second chance to come back and try to do it again because fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Just, we ain't doing that again. I also feel like you may have discovered or started receiving more blessings in your life the moment you walked away. Or the moment, and I feel like it's just like I always talk about, like the Two of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. It's like the moment you make a choice and make a decision and you internally everything in your body is like, yes, this is what I'm choosing to do. The universe conspires with you to help you get to where you're trying to go. And if it's away from dynamics that are very lopsided and one-sided, that's exactly what's happening, right? You're not chasing around after people trying to fix it and make things right. Whatever this person, whoever this is that may have had expectations of how they wanted you to show up in the relationship, you're not doing that anymore. You're not doing that anymore. And because of that, you're being blessed with things maybe that you did not even expect, right? And I feel like part of this person's obstacle or their dilemma is I think they're a little bit freaked out because they never thought that you would walk away and that you would walk away with your head held high. I almost feel like you could have even given this person, if it's one person, it could be a group of people. I don't have the tribe out here, so it could literally just be one person. But you may have given this person some time to try to like catch up, like I've evolved, like you need to step up with me. And the person just didn't. So what are you supposed to do? Wait? We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not putting our lives on hold, waiting for somebody else to get their shit together so they can join us on the journey of our lives. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. I just said love should not be hard. It shouldn't cause you anxiety. It shouldn't cause you exhaustion. It shouldn't make you sad. I feel like whoever this is that you were tied to that had all these rigid expectations, they probably never made you feel like they was there for you. They probably never showed up for you when you had a time of need, but they always had an expectation of you showing up for them. Part of your lesson, I do feel like it is about turning to yourself. And I think maybe they're at a time when you may have been like, close with this person or whatever, that the closeness of the bond may have, may have made you happy at one point. But when you started to notice that the energy that was shared between you started to cause some friction, or you may have started to experience friction, you may have kind of paused a little bit to try to figure out, like, what did I do? What did I do to make you act the way that you're acting? And what you didn't know is here you were trying. Yes, here we go. Here's the community. And what you didn't know is that it wasn't that you were doing anything wrong. It's not that you were doing anything wrong. I think that if this does have something to do with a group of people, I think you were doing all of the right things. The only thing that you did not know is that the people that you were trying to engage with were not in alignment with you. All you wanted was peace. All you wanted was for y'all to be cool. But then you had to make a decision, and you could be very much at a crossroad right now. Like, okay, you want peace. Child, I want peace. You want peace. But if you want peace, you're going to have to make a decision, because I think that the people that you're connected to or have been connected to, if you don't think that you can find that peace with those people or one particular person, then you need to make a decision about what you're going to do and move on. Now, it is important for you to stay present, because I have the energy of somebody here who's kind of locked into the past. They're locked into a past version of who you are. And if this person is really trying to be in your life right now, they've got to, I heard, show and prove. They actually have to prove that they're in it, that they're, wanting to be a part of this relationship, that they're willing to go the distance, that they're trying to make it work. Okay, but here's the thing. Yeah, no. If you reconcile with this person, because I'm telling you, part of this dilemma up here, there's no energy that supports a do-over or a second chance, okay? So I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm hearing the message for myself based on a conversation that I had with a client yesterday. And incidentally, I do want to point out, it's really interesting, because I saw somebody had left a comment on one of my videos and said that they were kind of in awe of the fact that the video had 7,000 views or whatever, and hundreds of comments, and how amazing it is that so many people are experiencing a shared experience. We are all, we're all folks that watch my videos, we're all part of the same collective. So whether you're experiencing this now in real time, whether it's happened a few years back or many, many years back, or for some it hasn't happened yet, it is very trippy to talk to other people whose lives are so similar to my own. We all share this very, very common thread. And yesterday's client asked me something, because we recognized that there was a very similar, literally our charts, lots of similarities. And she asked me, what was I doing when I was her age? What was I being faced with? And I was literally being faced with similar energy that we're dealing with right now. The difference is, when I was first estranged from my family, I wasn't estranged from them because I made that choice. I was estranged from them because my mother took them away from me and kind of isolated me and pushed me away. This time, the difference is I made a choice to walk away from them, because it was never really right again when I came back into the fold. So after years of estrangement and then coming back, I always felt weird. I always felt a little bit on the outside, and I felt like people were trying to make me feel like a part of the group, but not really. And so she asked me, what were you doing when you were my age? And I was like, you know what? I was at the same crossroad about, do I go back in and reconcile, or, just keep doing what the hell we were doing? But at that time, I was so longing for the connection with my family, because I felt very, for me, family is very important, but I felt very isolated and away from them. So yeah, obviously I wanted to be part of the family again. But now I recognize that those people, hey, shout out to y'all, love to you from a distance. I'm good, because we're not the same. I'm not the same. Whether y'all are the same or not, makes no difference to me. I don't care. I've changed, I've evolved, and I no longer feel the need to have to be included, to be a part of that group. And so this time, if I'm presented with the same opportunity, I would turn it down. Last time when I was her age, I jumped right in, no questions asked, and went right back into the same bullshit that I was dealing with my whole life. We ain't doing that no more. So, and I'm telling you, and the reason why I'm going all into that story is mending in the upright with round and round and chaos and conflict right behind it. If you go back into this relationship, if you reconcile, you starting it all over again. Oh, they don't want me to talk. If you take action towards this, yes. If you take action, all they're going to do is if you go back to these people, go back to this situation, listen, there's no point in you now ran through the whole deck. There's no point in you trying to maintain loyalties to a group of people if all you've ever experienced in their presence is the tension of opposites, the drama, right? And if you don't want no parts of the drama, stop going back to it, okay? Because that round and round card tells me if you reconcile, if you choose to reconcile, you go right back into the fold and you're repeating a lesson you do not need to learn anymore or again, okay? All right, let's pull these back and dig into tarot. Where are we time-wise? I just saw 26:26 on the clock. Look that up. There may be a significant synchronicity for you. Time now is 2:27. That may also be a significant synchronicity for you. Let me tell you, having no internet from Thursday to Saturday afternoon, child, my kids were beside themselves. Kids were beside themselves. My husband was beside himself. I actually didn't mind. I don't really watch TV, and so for the streaming part, it wasn't a big deal to me. I got cellular service. It wasn't a big deal. Working was a little tough because I had to record on my phone in order to upload to the channel. But I was still able to work. So, there's that. But my kids were not happy. My son was like, "What did you do when you didn't have internet?" I was like, "Shit, I went outside. I watched TV or got on the phone and called my friends." Kids today don't do that stuff. All right. Oh, damn. Somebody is not happy. They're not happy because you are experiencing some new beginnings. Somebody is not happy because they see that you are getting ready to experience some new beginnings. You got a hater on your hands. You got a hater on your hands. And they're watching you. They're watching you and they're seething from the other side of the screen. Whether they're digging into you, looking you up. Somebody here could literally be looking you up online or whatever, even if, because I see the comments, I don't have social media, whatever. Okay. Obviously, if I'm saying they're looking for you and they're watching your socials and you say you don't have socials, maybe that part ain't for you. The way y'all feel the need to tell me that you don't have social media, child, I don't care. I don't know why y'all do that. Oh, somebody is pissed. They're mad because they see you winning. You may be in the public eye. There's a little shine on you. Oh, and somebody is upset. They're not only upset, they're feeling very stagnant. I also get the impression if there's somebody here that you're, what did I say? Don't do it. Don't do it. Yep. I said you're on the precipice of a whole new beginning, a whole new cycle. A whole new cycle. And you definitely have somebody here who is not happy about it. They're not happy about it because they can't come with you. They're not invited. They're mad about it because they don't have the same opportunities. They out here seeing you win. And the thing about it is, it's kind of like, what did I say? Oh, I literally had this conversation before I got on camera. How I was saying how, right now what people are experiencing, the part of me that they're experiencing is I'm giving them basically the same energy that they were giving me, which is nothing, right? And so it almost feels as though somebody here, I don't know if this person feels like, I'll use this as an example. Say this is an old friend or something, right? Somebody you've known for a long time. And it's almost like, I hope this person don't think that like they're your only option, because that's kind of what this feels like. This person, what they're watching is why you do get public attention. Other people are, I feel like they enjoy being around you. Like, you're fun. You're fun. But it kind of feels like you have other people around you. So if the person, because I see this hating ass person up here, they're upset because, number one, they're stagnant. They're not happy. But I feel like you are now surrounded by other people. So y'all wouldn't help me and you didn't want to come through for me. That's cool. I got a collective. I have a whole community that I built on my own who support me. I don't need your support. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need your support because I got the support of, 20.6 thousand people on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need your support. I have support of other people who are helping me build my platform, because it's not just for me, it's for everybody, right? Somebody here ain't happy. They're not happy. They're not happy, and they are stuck like buck. They're not getting these new opportunities. And I do have this energy of somebody who is just there. I think habitually this person puts in very little effort or energy into anything that they do. And so I think really what I'm seeing here is somebody is more upset or more unhappy about the fact that you got other people who actually like fucking with you. Imagine that. This person also has spread lies about you. And I think, and that's what's funny, I think that this person felt like their lies, listen, they felt like their lies would prevent these other people from supporting you. That's not what's happening. That's not what happened. That's not what's happening. And the fact that I definitely see they're upset because you're not upset about the distance between you. So if you're not dealing with somebody, or you're not talking to them, or you're kind of like, I'm done with it. You're done with it and you're okay. Somebody here is upset that you moved on and that you are not being a participant in their bullshit. They're hurt. Somebody's butthurt, genuinely. They may be trying to hide it. Might not be doing very well at it. But again, there goes that my way or the highway. I said somebody had real rigid energy and was giving me a very heavy fixed energy. They want the exchange to be their way. But they've never really been committed to the relationship, your friendship, your relation, whatever this is. They ain't never really had your back like that in the first place. This is crazy. Yeah, child, you ain't worried about them. Listen. Oh, they're so stuck. So stuck. So stagnant. And you're definitely not dealing with them. You have no desire. You're only looking towards your peace. You're looking towards your own happiness, things that make you happy. You're looking towards these new opportunities. Somebody here may have even been trying to do work to prevent you from having new opportunities. I said over here, like somebody trying to spread lies or whatever to keep people from wanting to deal with you. And it didn't work because not only are you still getting opportunities, you still have people who support you. You're not hurt about the absence of them or whoever this is. You're not even looking at them. You're like facing in a different direction. And you might have them blocked. Because this for me looks like block communication. And if they wanted to come towards you, they can't. They may not have the means to do so. So if they're unhappy, child, they are keeping that secret. They're keeping it a secret. Oh. Okay. So let me talk about this over here. So you're getting ready to embark on a whole new cycle. You're getting ready to make some moves, okay? This person may be, it's like what this feels like, it feels like a blockage of their interference, because it really, their energy is coming across to me like interference, because it would literally interrupt your flow, because you're already, you learned what you need to learn, child. You don't need to learn it again, okay? This row gives me the energy of this. I have a distorted masculine and a distorted feminine energy, but literally could be the same person. Okay. It could be the same person. I actually have a few people out here. But literally could all be the same. It could be just one person, or it could be, 3 or 4 people. Regardless, I see the relationship has come to an end. Like I said, you've already learned your lesson. You're not just this whole row here. The top is the Fool. At the bottom is the World. Fool is the first card of the major arcana. The World is the last card. So this whole diagonal, you're not taking any action. You're not motivated to deal with a relationship that has always been in disharmony. Even though this person, feminine energy, distorted, may want to work together with you. They may need your help. And it feels like a financial investment. Somebody here may need your help. Yes, 3, 4, 10. Somebody here may need your help financially. This literally could be your family. This could have something to do with your family. But the thing about it is, like I said, the relationship is done. You've learned everything that you needed to learn. The most important thing was the distance. Now, I do have the energy. What's crazy here is that somebody wants to work with you. Like, the reason why they're not happy is, like I said, you got a new cycle starting, right? But just this whole row right here, even though they want to come, they want your help. They want to try to build on, they want to try to come in and they want to try to pitch to you like they're some kind of team player. Child, they can't. What did I say in the very first spread? I was like, it's like they want to exchange. They want like an exchange of energy, but they want it on their terms. That's this here. You, 9 of Wands in the reverse, which I love to see the 9 of Wands in the reverse, because that tells me you're not doing it. If it was in the upright, usually when I see it in the upright, I'm thinking, if they were acting like they had some sense, you'd still entertain it. You'd still try to make it work, right? But when it's in the reverse, you're like, yeah, no, I'm done. I don't want to do this no more. And the thing about it is, I have the energy of someone. Okay, here's this. Okay, because this is all the same energy here. So there is the potential. This could literally be someone outside of this relationship or outside of the dynamic that could be looking into researching, investigating, questioning about a lie or something that has been told. Because I see here where it looks like somebody's lying about or trying to keep hidden why you're not dealing with them. I see that actually in two different places. So this is like, because this is a liar. So this is like somebody telling a lie. They see all the success that you're getting, but somebody is lying about why you're not engaging or dealing with them, right? I feel like whoever this person is, who, like I said, they want to have the nice, this is somebody who, they're very superficial, very needy, materialistic, somebody who focuses, they focusing on your pockets. They're focusing on your pockets. And the thing about it is, there may be somebody, because I feel like this is somebody separate. Somebody here may be looking into something, because there's something here that's been said about you that it was meant as a mind, like a mind control, mind game kind of thing. But it's got somebody really scratching their head, because it's like, but you said this, and I see this. I see the collective. I see the collective is doing things. I see them doing things. But you said, you know, X, Y, Z. So there definitely is the energy here of somebody looking into that, right? Now, the interesting thing that I have down here, this person definitely wants your help. I do feel like they want your help. They would like for you to be generous. I think I've had this part of a conversation yesterday too. And I was like, there's some people, it's like what they see is that you're being generous with other people and that you're still loving and you're still nurturing. You're just not loving, nurturing, and generous with them, this person or these people. Yeah, and at one point, I feel like the only reason why you're actually, yes, I feel like the only reason why, if you're in the energy of the 10 of Cups, you're living in your wish fulfillment or you're very close, uh I feel like what it required of you was, it required you to make yourself and your goals a priority over being connected to maybe your family, the one that you came from, not the one that you created. Yeah, so this, okay. All right. If you're dealing with, because this is like a mother figure. If you have a mother figure that's trying to come in with some type of an apology or, you know, some small token of love, I'm gonna be very, very honest with you. It ain't nothing but manipulation. If they come and tell you, like, let's try to work on our relationship, let's try, the only reason why they're doing it is because they're not happy that you're moving on to an entirely new cycle. And you're happy. They're trying to infringe on the happiness that you've created for yourself because they're not happy. Their happiness is not your responsibility. And again, I say a mother figure. I'm not necessarily saying your mama, but somebody who is a mother. Ain't a great mother, but somebody who's a mother, okay? And whoever this person is, yeah, see, I said it. Somebody here is, they're doing some research, or they're investigating, they're looking up. Oh, yes. Okay. So the person, whoever this could be an investigator. It literally could be, this could be an investigator. It doesn't have to be. But again, like I said, what they're witnessing, remember, you said the collective was like blah, blah, blah. But what I see, I'm seeing something different. I'm seeing a collective prioritizing themselves and prioritizing their own happiness and going after what makes them happy. And that's where the success comes from. Like, all things follow after you make that pivotal decision. What this person is also witnessing, though, is like, I can see, like, you work hard. You're doing the thing. You are. Um, and I feel like what somebody is witnessing, or what it's like they're uncovering something, or discovering, or seeing that this person, this mother energy, is very disloyal. Very disloyal. They may have called you all kind of lazy and all this and that, but literally the reason why, and I think it's kind of weird, not weird, but it's almost like you pop out, because whatever you do, you don't do it like necessarily all out in the open. Like, you don't do it as a secret, but you're just not, people don't know your process or whatever. You're very private about it. You're guarded. You're guarded. I understand. You're guarded about your relationships. You're guarded. And I think you do it for strategic. You do it. There's a method to your madness. You do it for strategic reasons, to protect what you've created and to protect what's yours. That makes sense. But somebody is upset. They're a little bit worried here that their lies, or whatever they've been trying to keep secret, is going to come to the surface. And definitely have somebody here who is feeling a sense of imbalance. And if somebody's struggling financially, they're kind of going through it because they're trying to figure out how to approach you. Because like I said, you got new things going on. They're trying to figure out how to approach you. Again, I think they're being blocked. And I love that you're showing up very, very stern. Somebody here may be getting their ass handed to them. Yes, somebody here is getting karma, or experiencing some type of the negative effects of karma. And now they're feeling regretful for what they've done, or what they've agreed to do. I said somebody here is just trying to I feel like they're really just trying to hold on to you, or stay latched onto you, because they see the potential of what you may have coming up for you. No. This is done. This is done. Yeah. No, this is done. And I feel like, even though you may still have love for people, child, you loving them from a distance. You're like, I'm good. Like, I'm good. I'm good. All right. Let's do one more pass before I leave to go pick up my daughter. Oh, looky here. That's what they're worried about. They're worried about. So maybe this person, they were never loyal to you. I said it. They were never loyal to you. They were lazy. They may have even tried to create blockages for you or whatever. Whoever this is, they may have even rejected you in the past, and they are so worried about they're worried about being rejected. They don't like being on the outside. They don't like feeling abandoned and rejected by you. But the thing is that they were never really loyal to you. I don't feel like this person ever really supported you. I said it. You're better off on your own. It would be insane of you to go back into that connection. No, it would be a huge mistake on your part. I'm just putting it out there. It would be a huge mistake on your part. I said somebody can't let go of the past, and you ain't trying to go. Yeah, you're better off on your own. Because if you reconcile with this person, it's going to put you right back. Yes, it'll put you right back where you were before you walked away. Absolutely could have something to do with your family. You better off on your own. You don't need them. Mm-hmm. Yep. I'm telling you now. Intuitively, you already know that if you decide to go back into this, here's the thing too. Because I definitely get, yeah, see? I feel, yeah, let it die. Because I feel like you already know that if you go back, if you re-engage with your family or whoever these people are, if you go back and re-engage with them, everything that you've created for yourself in the recent years will come to a screeching halt. If you go back into that situation, you are merely setting yourself up to play the part of the martyr all over again. You are so much stronger on your own. If at one point you may have suffered from depression or whatever, I bet you the moment you moved away from this, that depression went away. And it's okay to have unconditional love for people, but love them from a distance. Because I'm telling you, if you go back into this and you're trying to satisfy them from not making them, you don't want to, you don't want them, you don't want them feeling bad. Child, I don't give a shit. You don't want them feeling bad. And if you go back into this, I'm telling you, you're going to be right back where you started. You're going to be right back where you started. It's going to set you back several paces. Don't do this to yourself. It would be a huge mistake. Yes, it would be a huge mistake. Wow. There's never going to be any success, even if you stayed. There was never going to be any success within that connection. It was just going to cause more burdens. You've been incredibly resilient this entire time. Stand your ground. Okay? Listen. If you go back, this person is just going to have you jumping through hoops all over again. It's tied to the devil. And I think too, part of what the problem is here is I also think that this person just wanted control over you. Wanted control over you or wanted to control the dynamic of the relationship. Very superficial. And you know that. They like the appearance of it. They like the appearance. Okay, and if this is family, it's kind of giving me the energy of like they like the appearance of saying this is my, fill in the blank, whatever role they play in the family. Like this is so and so and this is our family. This is our little nucleus family. They want the picture perfect family dynamic, but on the inside of the family, it's a shit show, right? I think you can see that now, or somebody here can see it. Or maybe you had to peel back from it a little bit to see it. Maybe even ask yourself, why do I keep giving to it? There's no stability here. There's no stability here. And I feel like you maybe this feels like you may be retreating. It's almost like recognizing. It's like recognizing when a house is not a home. So you had to make a choice that was better suited for you. You may have blocked communication, just like I said last week. You may have blocked communication from these people, from a bunch of people, because you're not motivated in the least bit to engage. Okay. Let's see, what time is it? Oh. Let's do. I'm gonna do some index cards, and then we'll do the truth cards, and then I gotta go. Somebody's losing material comforts. What they wanted for you is now happening to them. It's called karma. Your spirit team is always around you. A Gemini may be of significance. Someone's mask is falling off. They can no longer hide. Somebody is infertile, unable to birth ideas or children. Spirit says move in silence. There's too much time being focused on things that someone should release. You are respected by your peers and your community. You may have fake friends that are around you. Your light pisses off their demons. Somebody may be facing homelessness or wanted you to face homelessness. Somebody says, I've always hated you because you're blessed. A Capricorn may be of significance. Somebody regrets getting involved. Someone wanted you to keep second guessing, like gaslighting your own intuition. They know that you don't need them. The month of July could be of significance, could be dealing with a Leo or a Cancer. The month of April could be of significance, could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus. A baby daddy may be involved. Somebody's releasing mental burdens for good. You are divinely guided to choose expansion. We love it. Someone's using children or trying to use your children to get close to you. Spirit will humble them. Someone's heart chakra could be compromised. Someone's third eye chakra may be compromised, or they were trying to affect your intuition. A Pisces may be of significance. Somebody here is a gold digger. Someone's in deep regret. Spirit was testing them and they failed. The month of December may also be of significance. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Capricorn. So Capricorn's out here twice. Or did I say? Yeah, I said Capricorn's out here twice. Okay. All right. Hidden agenda. Think it through. A new lifestyle. It says you was going into a new cycle. Success is yours. We love it. Weighing options. Busy bee. Notice the signs. More to come. Warning signs. Notice the signs. Pay attention to the red flags, okay? Fire ignited. Love beginning. Happy outcome. Oh, I love it. Returning to you. Actually, this card came in the reverse, and I don't normally take these cards in reverse, so I'm going to lay it to the side. So maybe that just means somebody is not coming back. We like it. Somebody's dealing with low vibes, temporary setback, financial improvements, romance is yours, commitment coming. Hey. All right. So our synchronicities, you may be seeing synchronicities of 222. 220, 223, 818, 313, 177, 777, 7771, 55, 1555. All right, let's look at the birthdays, dates. They're not always birthdays, but significant dates. We have January the 3rd, the 5th, January 8th, January 14th, 18th, February 8th, February 7th, February the 18th, February 20th, February 23rd, March the 1st, March 5th, March 9th, March 14th, March 15th, March 13th, 13, 14, 15, March 24th, May 5th, May 3rd, May 9th, May 17th, or May 18th, July the 2nd, July the 7th, July 20th, 22nd, or 23rd, August the 1st, August the 2nd, August the 5th, August 18th, August the 20th, September the 5th, September the 3rd, September 13th, September the 24th. All right, and let's grab some of these. I have Pisces. This is Saturn, 5th house. I have the 5th house out here twice, 55. 9th house. I have Cancer. I have Cancer out here twice. The Sun, Cancer Sun, and Venus. So Venus, Sun, Saturn, Pisces, Cancer, 5th house, or 9th house. All right. I'm going to leave it there, guys. If any parts of this reading resonate for you, gave you clarity or confirmation over your own story, give the video a thumbs up so we can circulate into the algorithm. And if you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. Also, if you're relatively new here, do go back into my archives, because my readings do tend to reach into the future just a little bit. So if you go back into the archives, maybe 6 to 8 months, you may find some stuff back there that resonates more for you now in the present. All right. I love you guys so much. Till next time, take care, and I will see you soon.